This video is meant to be used as an aid to help you go over the skills that you need to know to participate in the tree inventory. We hope it helps. The first step is to download the ArcGIS Field Apps map from the App Store. From there, log in and then open up the Tree Inventory 2021 collection map and add an offline area. Now you have to find on the map the area where you'll be inventorying. Until you have the area that you will be inventorying with volunteers. From here, press Download Area. Once your map is downloaded, go ahead and open up the map again and click on the area that you have downloaded. The blue dot will be your own geographic location. From here, you can press the blue square in the corner and press Add Point. You can move around the screen, moving around the cross in the center to change the location of the point. And when you're happy with it, press Add Point. You can later move around the point if you don't like it by moving the plus in the middle of the screen and pressing Update Point. From here, you can add the different values into the fields below. Be sure to double check your work and make sure that you filled out every field, or else the data will be unusable later on. Once you're finished updating all of the fields for that specific tree, just go ahead and press Submit in the top right corner and your data will save. If in the future you want to edit a point, just go ahead and click on the dot that you would like to edit. Then click on the tree in the pull-up menu and press the pencil in the bottom left corner, and you are able to edit or move the point around. If you would like to delete a point, then go ahead and click back on the associated dot and then press on the three dots on the bottom right corner and press Delete Feature. And make sure that when you're done collecting trees for the day, that you sync the data back with the main map, and that should be done automatically when you reconnect to Wi-Fi. The DBH tape is used to measure the diameter of the trunk of the tree. To use the DBH tape, put the claw towards the tree and then wrap around the trunk of the tree at breast height. When reading the DBH from the DBH tape, make sure to read the number that is above the 0 marker, not the 1 marker. So in this case, it would be 79.5 DBH. For a multi-stemmed tree, record the DBH of each stem, and then you'll need to do a calculation to calculate overall DBH of the tree. For this calculation, you'll need to square each of the DBH values you got for each stem. So for example, if you measured a 2-stem tree and got 18 centimeters and 22 centimeters as the two DBHs, you would square both of those. And this would get you an answer of 324 and 484, which you would take the sum of. And that would be 808, and when you take the square root of 808, you get 28.4, so the overall combined DBH of the 2-stem tree would be 28.4. The suntoe is the device that we use to measure the height of the tree. The first step in measuring the height of a tree is measuring how far away from the base of the tree that you are. We typically recommend going out 10 meters or 20 meters from the base of the tree. You'll have to walk out 20 meters for bigger trees. The way you can tell if you need to walk out a bit further is if you walk out to 10 meters and when looking at the top height through the suntoe, you see that it gives you a value close to or above 100. Then you need to go back further to 15 or 20 meters. Once you've measured out how far away from the base of the tree you are, pick up the suntoe and make sure that the white dot is facing upwards. Keep both eyes open when looking through the suntoe. First, look straight through the suntoe to where you'll get a value of about 0. Then slowly move the suntoe down towards the base of the tree where you shall read a negative number, and then move the cento towards the top of the tree or the top of the bulk of the leaves, and you should get a positive number. And now to calculate overall height, take the difference between the two numbers. In this case, getting a value of -10 at the bottom and 30 at the top would give you a difference of 40. If you walked out 10 meters, then you will have to multiply that difference by 0.10 or 10%, and you would get a height of 4 meters. This calculation changes a bit when you've walked out a greater distance, say 20 meters. If you walked out 20 meters and got a difference of 40 meters when looking at the tree, then you have to take 20% of 40, so 40 times 0.2, and you would get 8 meters total, so the tree would be 8 meters tall. But my little trick for this, if you go out 10 meters, is to take the difference number that you have and move the decimal over to the left one. So if you have a difference of 40, that would give you 4. And this still works if you went out 20 meters to measure the tree, in which case you would take that difference number, move the decimal over to the left one. So this case that would be 4, and then double it because you went out 20 meters and not 10. Crown width is very easy to measure. You just want to measure to either side of the crown to see how wide the crown of the tree is. And if you have a very uneven crown on your tree, then it's best to take 2 crown width measurements, one going north-south, the other going west to east, and then take the average of those 2 measurements. To measure height to base, you simply want to take the measurement from the base of the tree to the bulk of the canopy or the leaves, and this is done in whole meters, so 0, 1, or 2, 3, so on. And now we'll give a quick overview of each of the different factors that you are able to record in the ArcGIS map. Ideally, each branch should be coming out of the trunk of the tree at a 60-degree angle. When the angle is sharper than that, or there are multiple branches coming out of one point, then that will cause those branches to be weaker and possibly fail in the future. If you were to look at a tree that had a lot of health factors that you could possibly note down, the first 2 most important to note down would be crack or poor branch attachment, because when these 2 factors are combined, they can cause the tree to fail very quickly and it can become a hazard. The third thing to be aware of is if there's any hanging branches, and if you see any while inventorying, please call the urban forest manager so that they can take the branch down before it could cause any harm.